Sometimes, a message sent to the wrong number can lead you to the right person. Get ready for a beautiful love story that proves the universe has a way of working things out. Please let us know in the comments where in the world you're watching this from and be a part of this special moment. The alarm clock rang at 6:30 a.m. in the luxury apartment in a high-end Chicago neighborhood. Leo Miller, 35, the executive director of a tech company, had been awake for 15 minutes, already reviewing emails on his phone. His routine was meticulous: shower, breakfast, impeccable suit, and straight to the office. Across the city, in a small two-bedroom apartment in a housing complex, Maria, 28, woke to the cries of her 8-month-old baby, Gabe. "Shh, my love. Mommy's here," Maria murmured, picking up her son. The baby was crying inconsolably. He was hungry. Due to a medical condition, Maria didn't produce enough milk for Gabe. She went to the kitchen and opened the refrigerator. It was empty. The powdered formula had run out the night before, and the money from her last freelance hairstyling job had already been used for basic bills. She had lost her job at the salon 3 weeks ago. Gabe continued to cry. Maria felt familiar despair rising in her throat. "It's okay, my prince. Mommy will figure something out," she said, gently rocking the baby. She remembered her sister, Claire. She hated asking for money, but Gabe needed to eat. She quickly grabbed her planner where she had recently written down Claire's new number and typed it in. "Claire, please, I need urgent help. Can you lend me $30 to buy formula for Gabe? I promise I'll pay you back on Friday when I get paid from Mrs. Green's job. I'm desperate." She pressed send without checking the number, as she tried to calm the baby who was crying even harder. The wrong number. The right connection. Leo was in the elevator of his office building when his phone vibrated. It was a message from an unknown number. He would normally ignore it, but something in the urgency of the words caught his attention. He reread the message. Someone was asking for money to buy formula for a baby. The person had clearly made a mistake, but the situation seemed desperate. Unbelievable. Leo stopped in the lobby. $30. For him, it was less than a coffee. For the person who sent the message, it was the difference between their baby eating or not. He typed, "Hi, I think you have the wrong number. I'm not Claire." Maria was trying to distract Gabe when her phone vibrated. She read the message, and her heart sank. Wrong number. She had written down Claire's number incorrectly. "I'm so sorry for the trouble. It was a mistake," she quickly replied, feeling mortified. Gabe continued to cry. Maria looked at the clock. It was still 7 in the morning. Too early to call Claire at work. She would have to wait. Her phone vibrated again. "No trouble at all. I can help with the formula. What's your Venmo?" Maria read the message 3 times. A stranger offering to help? Her first reaction was to be suspicious, but Gabe's insistent crying spoke louder. "No, you don't have to, really. I've already caused too much trouble," she typed, even though she desperately needed the help. "Every child needs to eat. It's no trouble." The reply came almost immediately. Maria's eyes welled up. When was the last time someone showed such kindness without asking for anything in return? With trembling fingers, she typed in her Venmo details. In less than 5 minutes, the notification arrived. Venmo received $60. It was double what she had asked for. "Thank you. But you sent more than I asked for," she typed immediately. "Buy other things the baby needs. Gabe is a beautiful name." Maria ran down to the nearest pharmacy with Gabe in her arms. She bought formula, some baby food, and diapers. There was even money left over. Back in the apartment, she prepared the bottle. Gabe finally stopped crying and began to eat eagerly. Maria felt relieved, but also touched by the kindness of the stranger. She typed, "Thank you so much. Gabe is eating now. You saved our day. My name is Maria." "I'm happy to hear that." "My name is Leo. How old is Gabe?" 8 months. He's normally a very calm baby. He was just hungry. I can imagine a mother's desperation seeing her child cry from hunger. Thank you for understanding and not judging. Leo arrived at the office with a different feeling in his chest. He had started the day by helping someone who really needed it. It made him remember why he liked to believe in the goodness of people. Anna Franklin, his colleague and executive assistant, was organizing documents on his desk when he arrived. "Good morning, Leo. Client meeting in 1 hour," she said, smiling and adjusting her blonde hair. "Good morning, Anna. Thanks for the reminder," he replied, putting his phone in the drawer. Anna, 32, had always been efficient at work, but she had been harboring unrequited feelings for Leo for years. She discreetly watched him, hoping for a sign that he noticed her interest. "Do you need anything else?" she asked, lingering by the desk. "Everything's set, thanks," Leo said, already focused on the papers. Anna sighed softly and went back to her desk. During lunch, Leo received another message from Maria. "Sorry to bother you again. I just wanted to thank you one more time. It's been a while since I've encountered such kindness." "No need to thank me so much. How's Gabe?" "Sleeping well after eating. Do you have children?" "I don't. But I can imagine being a single mom isn't easy. It has its challenges, but he's my strength." Leo found himself smiling at his phone. There was something genuine about the conversation that drew him in. The following days brought sporadic messages between the two. Maria would send photos of Gabe smiling after his feedings, thanking him again. Leo would ask about the baby and her job search. "I got a job for tomorrow, a haircut for a graduation," Maria wrote on Wednesday. "That's great. I'm sure it will be a success." "I hope so. I need to impress to get more clients." "It's going to be fine. You seem like a determined person." Anna began to notice that Leo was checking his phone more often. During meetings, he would discreetly smile at the screen between breaks. "Any good news?" she asked one afternoon, when she caught him smiling at his phone. "Just work messages," he replied, putting the device away. Anna frowned. Leo never lied to her. Something was different. On Friday, Maria managed to do 3 hairstyles for the graduation and earned $220, more than she expected. Her first thought was of Leo. "Leo, I had a good day at work today. Can I pay you back?" "That's great news, but you don't have to pay me back." "Of course I do. My mother always said debts are meant to be paid." "Your mother seems like she was a wise person." "She was. She taught me to always be honest." Leo was touched by Maria's integrity. How many people would bother to pay back money given by a stranger? "You can just pay back the original 30 or then. The rest was a gift." "You're very stubborn," she wrote. But he could imagine the smile behind the words. That night, after putting Gabe to sleep, Maria allowed herself to think about the man who had changed her week. Leo seemed genuinely interested in her and her son's well-being, without asking for anything in return. She typed, "Can I ask you a question?" "Of course." "Why did you help a stranger? Most people would just ignore it." Leo reflected before replying. "Maybe because I believe everyone deserves help when they need it. And because I imagine that if I were in your place, I'd want someone to help me. You're a very special person, Leo, and you're a very brave mother, Maria. Do you think it's possible to fall in love with someone you've never met? What do you think the next step should be for Leo and Maria? Let us know your opinion in the comments." An unseen connection. A week had passed since their first contact. The messages between Leo and Maria became more frequent and natural. He would send her good morning texts asking about Gabe. She would reply with small, everyday details. "Gabe woke up smiling today. I think he dreamed of something good," Maria wrote on a Monday. "He must have dreamed of his mommy," Leo replied, making her smile. "You always know what to say to make my day. It's easy when the person is special." At the office, Anna was observing Leo with growing curiosity. He had changed subtly in the last few days. He was more smiley, lighter, and constantly checking his phone. "Leo, you need to sign these contracts," she said, placing a folder on his desk. "Sure," he replied. But his eyes went back to his phone when a notification arrived. "Something important?" Anna asked, trying to peek at the screen. Just a message, he said, quickly putting the device away. Anna felt a pang of jealousy. Leo had never been so reserved with her before. Maria managed to get 2 jobs that week, a wedding hairstyle and in-home haircuts. With the money, she was able to buy groceries and some clothes for Gabe, who was growing quickly. I got work for Wednesday and Saturday, she shared with Leo. That's great. Your clientele is growing. Little by little, people are recommending me. I think I can manage to get back on my feet. I'm sure you will. You're talented and determined. Thanks for always believing in me. It means a lot. On Wednesday, Maria had to take Gabe to work with her. The neighbor who usually watched him was sick. The bride was understanding and even fell in love with the baby. He's so beautiful. What expressive blue eyes, the bride commented as Maria styled her hair. Thank you. He's everything to me, Maria replied, smiling as she saw Gabe playing peacefully in the stroller. During a break, she took a picture of Gabe smiling and sent it to Leo. My little work helper today. He's beautiful, Maria. He has your eyes. How do you know what my eyes look like? She asked, suddenly realizing that they had never met. I imagine they're as beautiful as your heart. Maria's face felt warm. It had been a long time since she had received a compliment like that. Leo, in turn, found himself thinking about Maria during meetings. He imagined what it would be like to meet her in person, to see her smile, to hear her voice. The connection he felt through the messages was something he had never experienced before. Maria, can I ask you a question? He typed during his lunch break. You always can. Would you like to talk on the phone sometime? I'm curious to hear your voice. Maria's heart raced. I would love to, but I'm scared. Scared of what? Of breaking the magic. What if it's weird? What if we don't know what to talk about? Then we'll go back to messages. No pressure. That night, after putting Gabe to sleep, Maria gathered her courage and typed, If you want to call tonight, I'd like to talk. Are you sure? I am. 5 minutes later, the phone rang. Maria answered on the second ring, her heart pounding. Hello? She said in a soft, slightly nervous voice. Maria? Leo asked, feeling something different as he heard her voice for the first time. Hi, Leo. It's so strange and good to hear you. Your voice is even sweeter than I imagined. They talked for an hour about Gabe, about work, about their dreams. Leo discovered that Maria had a contagious laugh and an optimistic way of looking at life, even with all her difficulties. You have a beautiful laugh, he said. It's been a while since I've laughed so much, she admitted. From that call on, their phone conversations became frequent, always at night after Gabe was asleep. They discovered surprising similarities. They both liked old movies, 80s music, and romance novels. What's the last book you read? Leo asked during one of these conversations. Love in the Time of Cholera. And you? I don't believe it. I just read that too. Gabriel Garcia Marquez is a genius. Seriously, I don't know many people who like him. We're literary soulmates then, he joked. Maria smiled to herself in the room. It looks like it. Anna started to get seriously worried. Leo was arriving at work earlier, but spending part of the time on his phone. During meetings, she would catch him smiling to himself, clearly thinking about something, or someone. Leo, you've been very distracted lately, she commented to him one afternoon. Sorry, Anna, I'm focused on work, he replied. You don't seem like it. You're different. Different how? Happier. As if something good is happening in your life. Leo smiled involuntarily. Maybe it is. Anna's heart sank. She had known Leo for 5 years. That expression, that sparkle in his eyes. He was in love. On Friday, Maria received an unexpected proposal. The bride for whom she had done the hairstyle on Wednesday recommended her for a salon that was hiring. Leo, you won't believe it, she said excitedly when he called that night. What happened? I got a job interview at a real salon with a signed contract. Maria, that's wonderful news. When's the interview? Monday. I'm nervous but excited. You're going to be amazing. I'm sure of it. Thank you for always believing in me. I don't know what I'd do without your support. You're strong, Maria. I'm just here to cheer you on. Over the weekend, Leo found himself constantly thinking about Maria. He wanted to meet her in person, to see if the connection they felt would be the same face to face. But he was also afraid. What if she was disappointed when she saw him? What if he didn't live up to her expectations? On Sunday night, he gathered his courage. Maria, can I make you a proposal? What kind of proposal? She asked curiously. How about we meet in person? We can meet somewhere public, with no strings attached. Maria's stomach churned. Part of her was dying to meet him, but another part was afraid. What if he was disappointed with her? What if everything was different in person? I need to think. Can you give me a few days? Of course, no pressure. Whenever you feel ready. Anna, determined to find out who was stealing Leo's attention, decided to act. On Monday, when he went to the bathroom during a meeting, she approached his desk. The phone was unlocked, showing a WhatsApp conversation. Anna saw the name Maria and quickly read a few messages. She saw references to Gabe, babies, hairstyling work, and a job interview. She quickly went back to her seat when she heard footsteps in the hallway. Anna's heart was pounding. Leo was involved with a single mom, a hairstylist? How had they met? She began to form a mental image of this Maria, probably an opportunist who had found a way to take advantage of Leo's kindness. Maria went to the interview on Monday morning. The salon was elegant, located in a high-end neighborhood. The owner, Mrs. Sylvia, was an experienced woman who received her with kindness. Your references are very good, Mrs. Sylvia said, analyzing her resume. The bride who recommended you spoke wonders of your work. Thank you, I love what I do, Maria replied, trying to control her nervousness. I'll be direct. I need someone responsible and committed. The salon has a demanding clientele. I understand perfectly. I can guarantee total dedication. And about your son, do you have someone to leave him with? Yes. I have a trustworthy neighbor who watches him when I work. Mrs. Sylvia nodded. I'll give you a chance. A 30-day trial period. If it works out, a signed contract. Maria felt tears of joy in her eyes. Thank you so much. You won't regret it. At lunchtime, Maria called Leo, euphoric. I got it, she shouted as soon as he answered. Congratulations, I knew you could do it. When do you start? Tomorrow. I can't believe I got a real job. You deserve this and so much more. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for believing in me since the first day. I'll always believe in you, Maria. That declaration echoed in Maria's mind for the rest of the day. Leo had become more than a friend. He was her confidant, her safe haven, her source of strength. That night, when Gabe was sleeping peacefully in his crib, she looked at her phone and made a decision. Leo, about your proposal to meet. Yes, I would love to. Whenever you want. Across the city, Leo smiled more than he had in years. How about Saturday? We can meet in a park. You can bring Gabe. Perfect. I can't wait to meet you in person. Me too, Maria, me too. If you're loving this story, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us create more content that will inspire you. The beginning of a new life together, Maria started working at Mrs. Sylvia's salon on Tuesday. The environment was sophisticated and the clients were demanding, but she adapted quickly. Her impeccable technique and kind manner won over both the owner and the customers. Maria, you have magic hands, one client commented after an elaborate haircut. Thank you. I'm happy you liked it, Maria replied, smiling genuinely. Mrs. Sylvia watched, satisfied. She had made a good choice. During her lunch break, Maria sent a photo of the salon to Leo. My new workplace. How elegant. You deserve to be in a place like that, he replied immediately. I still can't believe I got it. Thanks for always encouraging me. You got it on your own merit. I just cheered you on. Maria smiled, putting her phone away. Leo always knew how to make her feel capable. At the office, Anna noticed that Leo was even more radiant since Monday. He would hum softly while he worked and check his phone with a frequency that irritated her. "Leo, the budget meeting was moved to Thursday," she informed him, approaching his desk. "Thanks for letting me know," he said, without looking up from his papers. "You've been very happy lately," Anna commented, trying to probe. "Work is going well," he replied evasively. "Only work?" she insisted. Leo finally looked at her. "Why the curiosity, Anna? We've been friends for years. It's natural for me to worry when you change so much." "Changed how?" "You're different. Happier, more in love." The word hung in the air. Leo felt his face grow warm. What if I am? Would there be a problem? Anna felt a painful pang in her chest. Her suspicions were confirmed. "Of course not. I'm just concerned about you." "Unnecessary concern. It depends on who the person is," Anna murmured. Saturday arrived with the perfect blue sky. Maria got ready carefully, choosing a simple but beautiful dress. Gabe was especially adorable in a new outfit she had bought with her first paycheck. "We're going to meet a very special person," she said to the baby, who was babbling happily. They arrived at the park 15 minutes before the agreed time. Maria sat on a bench near the lake, her heart pounding. Leo also arrived early. He wore a light blue dress shirt and jeans, trying to look elegant but casual. He looked around until he spotted a young woman with a baby in her arms, sitting near the lake. Even from a distance, he knew it was her. He approached slowly, his heart racing. "Maria?" he called when he was a few feet away. She turned and their eyes met. For a moment, they just stared at each other, absorbing the reality of finally being face to face. "Leo," she said, smiling shyly. "Hi," he replied, equally shy. "You're even more beautiful than I imagined." Maria blushed. "You're very handsome too." Gabe chose that moment to let out a happy little shout, extending his arms toward Leo. "And this is Gabe," Maria said, introducing her son. "Hi, champ," Leo said, approaching. "Can I hold him?" Of course. When Leo picked Gabe up, the baby immediately smiled and tried to touch his face. Maria's heart melted at the scene. "He likes you," she observed, "and I like him a lot." "Hi, Gabe, I'm Leo, your mommy's friend." They walked through the park, talking. The initial shyness gave way to a natural and fluid conversation. Gabe was enchanted with Leo, who showed a natural way with children. "Do you have experience with babies?" Maria asked. "I have some nieces and nephews. I've always liked kids." "That's rare in men your age. Why do you say that?" "Most men run away when they find out I'm a single mom." Leo stopped walking. "Maria, the fact that you're a mother only makes me admire you more. Raising a child alone requires a strength that few people have." She felt tears in her eyes. "Thank you for saying that." They spent 2 hours in the park. Gabe dozed off in his stroller while they talked about everything. The connection they felt through messages and phone calls intensified in person. "I don't want this day to end," Maria confessed. "Me neither. How about we have dinner together one of these days?" "I'd love to, but what about Gabe? I can't leave him alone." "Who said he'd be alone? You two can have dinner with me." Maria smiled. "Are you sure? Dining with a baby can be complicated." "I'm absolutely sure. You two are a package deal." When they said goodbye, Leo gently kissed Maria on the cheek. She felt a shiver run through her body. "Until next time," he said. "Until next time," she replied, watching him walk away. On her way home, Maria couldn't stop smiling. Gabe babbled happily in his stroller, as if he were happy too. Leo arrived home floating. The date had exceeded all his expectations. Maria was genuine, kind, and funny. And seeing how she cared for Gabe with so much love touched him deeply. He grabbed his phone and typed, "Thanks for the wonderful day. You two are special." "Thank you." Gabe couldn't stop smiling on the way home. "What about you?" I couldn't stop smiling either. On Monday, Anna immediately noticed that Leo was different. More than happy, he was radiant. All morning, He hummed softly and smiled for no apparent reason. "Have a good weekend?" she asked, trying to sound casual. "Excellent," he replied, with a smile that confirmed all her suspicions. "Did you do anything special?" "I met a very important person." Anna felt her world collapse. He had met the infamous Maria. An important person? "Very important," Leo confirmed, returning to work with the same smile. Anna knew she had to act. She couldn't lose Leo to an opportunist. That afternoon, Anna made a drastic decision. Using her position at the company, she accessed the HR system and found Leo's personal number. With it, she managed to get more details about his WhatsApp messages. It wasn't ethical, but she convinced herself that she was protecting Leo. She got Maria's number and, pretending to be a private investigator, called a friend who worked in collections to get more information about her. "Maria Santos," the friend said after doing a search. "She has some credit issues. Nothing too serious, but it indicates financial difficulties." Anna smiled maliciously. She had ammunition now. On Tuesday, Anna decided to plant the first seeds of doubt. "Leo, can I talk to you privately?" she asked at the end of the day. "Sure, what's up?" "It's about this person you met this weekend." Leo frowned. "How do you know about that?" "You're an open book, and I'm concerned about you." "Concerned why?" "You've known her for a short time, haven't you? How can you be sure of her intentions?" "Anna, this is not your business." "I know, but have you ever considered that she might be interested in your financial situation?" "What are you implying?" "Nothing specific. I just think you should be more cautious." Leo got irritated. "Thanks for the concern, but I can handle my own life." Anna saw she had hit a sensitive point. It was a start. That night, during his call with Maria, Leo was a little more reserved. "Are you okay?" she asked, noticing the difference. "Yes, just a tiring day at work. Do you want to talk about it?" "It's nothing important. How was your day?" Maria noticed he was avoiding the subject, but decided not to insist. "Work was good. Gabe said Dada today. Well, something close to that." "Really? That's awesome!" Leo's genuine excitement about Gabe's accomplishment reassured Maria. Maybe she was imagining things. Throughout the rest of the week, Anna continued her subtle campaign. Seemingly innocent comments about gold diggers who took advantage of successful men. Stories about women who used their children to stir up pity. "I saw a report on con artists who use fake profiles on social media," she commented during a coffee break. "Interesting," Leo said, without paying attention. "They create moving stories. Sometimes they even use children to appeal to their victims' emotions." This time Leo looked at her. "Why are you telling me this?" "I just found it curious. You never know who you can trust these days." The words echoed in Leo's mind. Who do you think is in the right here? Anna, who is trying to protect her friend? Or Leo, who is trying to trust his heart? Comment below with your opinion. The test of trust. The relationship between Leo and Maria blossomed over the next week. They had dinner together on Wednesday at a small family restaurant where Gabe was welcomed with kindness by the staff. Leo held the baby while Maria ate, and she did the same when he was eating. "You look like a family," the waitress commented, Imo smiling. Maria and Leo exchanged glances, a little flustered, but happy with the observation. "He's a wonderful father," Maria said later as they walked down the street. "I'm not a father yet," Leo gently corrected. "But you would be. I see how you treat Gabe." Leo felt something stir in his chest. The idea of being Gabe's father, of forming a family with Maria, didn't scare him. On the contrary, it drew him in. Anna watched this growing closeness with increasing desperation. On Thursday, she made a decision. She needed to meet Maria in person. Using the information she had gathered, she found the address of the salon where Maria worked. On Friday, during her lunch break, she showed up there as a client. "Good afternoon. I'd like to get a blowout," she said to the receptionist. "Of course, we have an opening with Maria in a little while." Anna smiled. Perfect. Maria received Anna with her usual kindness. She was beautiful, well-dressed, and clearly from a high social class. "First time here?" Maria asked, starting to work on Anna's hair. "Yes, a friend recommended you. She said you're very talented." "That's kind. I love what I do." "How long have you worked here?" 2 weeks. Before that, I worked freelance." Anna observed every piece of information. It must be hard to be a freelancer with a baby. Maria hesitated. How did she know about Gabe? "Do you have children?" she asked, trying to sound casual. "No, not yet. But I can imagine it's complicated to balance work and motherhood. It has its challenges, but it's worth it." Anna continued to probe throughout the session. She discovered that Maria lived in a housing complex, that she was raising Gabe alone, and that she had recently gone through financial difficulties. "You're very brave," Anna said, feigning admiration. "It must be hard to find a man who accepts a single mother." "Not all of them are like that," Maria replied, thinking of Leo. "Are you dating?" Maria blushed. "I'm seeing someone." "That's good. Does he accept your son well?" "Very well. He's a wonderful man." Anna smiled, but her eyes remained cold. "You're so lucky." When she left the salon, Anna had a complete plan. Maria was exactly what she imagined. A simple woman, from a humble background, with a baby who needed support. Perfect to be painted as a gold digger. Back at the office, she found Leo working, smiling at his phone. "A special message?" she asked. Maria sent a photo of Gabe smiling, he replied, showing her the screen. "How cute. Does she send you a lot of pictures of him?" "Sometimes. Why?" "Nothing. I just found it curious. Some women use their children to appeal to men's emotions." Leo frowned. "What are you trying to say?" "Oh, forget it. Just a silly observation." But the seed was planted. Over the weekend, Leo and Maria met again. This time, they went to an amusement park where Gabe had fun with the colors and sounds. Leo bought cotton candy for Maria and toys for the baby. "You don't have to buy all this," she said, when he grabbed another toy. "I want to buy them. Gabe is special." "You're very generous." "It's my pleasure." Maria felt like she was in a fairy tale. Leo was attentive, kind, and generous. It seemed too good to be true. Anna spent the weekend planning her next move. On Monday, she arrived at the office with a story prepared. "Leo, something strange happened this weekend," she said during a break. "What was it?" "Remember how I mentioned con artists who use convincing profiles? Well, a friend of mine at the bank told me about a recent case. A single mother who met a businessman through messages. She always asked for small favors and financial help, using her son as justification." Leo felt a sense of unease. "So what?" "The man found out that she had done this with other men too. It was a pattern." "Anna, why are you telling me this?" "I just thought it was a strange coincidence. Messages, says a single mom requests for help." "Are you insinuating something about Maria?" "No, of course not. I just think you should be cautious." Leo was restless for the rest of the day. Anna's words echoed in his mind. That night, during his call with Maria, he was more reserved. "You're acting strange lately," she observed. "Did something happen?" "Maria, can I ask you a question?" "Of course. Have you ever asked other men for financial help?" The silence on the other end of the line was deafening. "What do you mean?" she asked in a hurt voice. "Forget it. It was a stupid question." "No, it wasn't. Are you doubting me?" "I'm not doubting you. I got confused." "What, Leo?" "Nothing. Sorry for asking." "Do you think I'm a gold digger?" "No, I don't." "Then why the question?" Leo sighed. "Someone told me that some women do that. They use their children to appeal to men's emotions and get financial help." "And you believe I would do that?" "Leo, since the first day I tried to pay you back. Do you remember?" "I remember. And when I got a job, the first thing I did was insist on paying you back. Does that sound like a gold digger's behavior?" "No, it doesn't." "Then why are you doubting me?" Leo felt terrible. "I'm sorry, Maria. I don't know what came over me. Maybe you found out that you can't trust a woman like me." "What do you mean? A poor single mom who lives in the suburbs? Maybe you realize that we're from different worlds." Maria, that's not it. It's not? Then what is it? Leo didn't know how to answer. Maria hung up the phone. Anna watched Leo on Tuesday. He was visibly upset, checking his phone constantly. Problems? She asked, feigning sertorter. Maria is mad at me. What happened? I asked a stupid question and she got offended. What kind of question? Leo hesitated. I asked if she had asked other men for financial help. Anna feigned surprise. Oh my God, why did you ask that? Because of that story you told me about the con artists. Oh, Leo, I didn't mean to make you suspicious of her. I know, it was silly of me. But what was her reaction? She got really hurt, said I don't trust her. And do you trust her? Of course I do. Then why did you ask the question? Leo didn't answer. He didn't know himself anymore. Maria went 2 days without speaking to Leo. She was hurt and confused. Just when she was starting to believe she had found someone special, he showed distrust. Maybe it's better this way, she said to Gabe, who was babbling in his crib. He's from a different world than ours. But she couldn't stop thinking about him, about their tender moments, the way he treated Gabe, his genuine smile. Anna took advantage of the crisis to intensify her campaign. On Wednesday, during lunch, she and Leo went to the restaurant where he had had dinner with Maria. Cozy place, Anna commented, looking at the simple tables. Yeah, I like it here. Did you bring Maria here, with the baby? Yes, it must have been different. Why? Dining with a baby is never easy. Did he cry a lot? Gabe is a very calm baby. How lucky. Usually babies ruin romantic dates. Leo got irritated. Gabe doesn't ruin anything. He's a wonderful child. Of course. I just commented that it must be complicated for you, who doesn't have experience with children. It's not complicated. I like being with him. Really? Have you ever wanted to have your own children? The question hit Leo hard. Did he really want to have his own children? Was he willing to raise another man's child? On Thursday, Anna took the next step. She called Maria, pretending to be a client interested in scheduling an appointment. Hello, Maria. It's Anna. I'd like to book an appointment for Saturday. Sure. What time would be good? Would 3 p.m. be possible? Perfect. Anna smiled. She knew that Leo and Maria usually met on Saturdays at that time. She was creating a schedule conflict. Friday arrived, and Leo finally gathered the courage to call Maria. Maria, can we talk? Hi, Leo, she said in a tired voice. I'm so sorry for what happened. I shouldn't have asked that question. You really shouldn't have. Can you forgive me? I can, but I need to know. Do you really trust me? I do. Really? Because it doesn't seem like it. I do trust you, Maria. I just let myself be influenced by silly comments. What comments? Things Anna said about gold diggers. Your coworker? Yeah, she's suspicious that I'm seeing someone. And what exactly did she say? Leo told her about Anna's comments. Maria listened in silence, feeling a pang of worry. How about we meet on Saturday, he suggested. At 3 p.m.? I can't on Saturday at 3 p.m. I have a client. Oh, I see. How about 5 p.m.? Okay. Anna arrived at the salon Saturday at 3 p.m., pleased with her plan. Maria recognized her immediately. Didn't you come here last week? She asked. I did. I liked your work so much I decided to come back. That's nice. What are we doing today? Just a blowout. I have an important date. During the process, Anna continued to collect information. You said you were seeing someone. How's it going? Good, I think, Maria replied, hesitant. You think? We had a misunderstanding, but we worked it out. What kind of misunderstanding? Maria hesitated, but Anna seemed genuinely interested. He questioned if I was a gold digger. Oh my. What an unpleasant situation. What made him think that? Comments from one of his coworkers. Anna feigned indignation. How rude. She doesn't even know you. I know. But she managed to plant doubts in his head. Sometimes people do that out of jealousy, Anna suggested. Jealousy? Maybe she likes him. Maria hadn't considered that possibility. Maybe. Men are sometimes naive about these things, Anna continued. They don't realize when a woman is trying to sabotage them. It's true. When she finished her hair, Anna was satisfied. She had planted the idea that she herself might have an ulterior motive, while also gleaning more information about Maria's insecurity. Leo and Maria met at 5 p.m. at a cafe near the salon. He brought her flowers and a new toy for Gabe. "I'm sorry again," he said, handing her the flowers. "Thank you. They're beautiful. Leo, I want you to know that I trust you completely. Thank you for saying that. And I want you to know my life better. How about dinner at my place tomorrow?" Maria hesitated. "I don't know. Your house must be very different from mine. I'm afraid I won't fit in." "You'll fit in perfectly. You and Gabe." "Are you sure?" "Absolutely." On Sunday, Maria got ready with even more care. She chose her best dress and dressed Gabe in a special outfit. She was nervous to see Leo's world. His apartment was elegant but cozy. Leo had prepared a simple dinner and had bought a high chair for Gabe. "You bought a high chair?" Maria asked, moved. "I thought it would be useful for when you both come here." "When we come here? I hope you come often." Maria felt welcomed. The apartment was luxurious, but Leo made a point of making her feel at ease. Gabe was enchanted with the new environment. Leo played with him on the living room rug, while Maria finished preparing dessert. "You have a natural way with children," she observed. "Gabe is special, easy to love, just like his mom." Leo looked into her eyes, especially his mom. They approached each other slowly. Their first kiss was soft, full of tenderness. Gabe babbled happily on the floor, as if he understood that something important was happening. "I love you, Maria," Leo said, surprising even himself. "I love you too," she replied with tears in her eyes. "What do you think will happen when Anna finds out about their growing love? Do you think she'll give up? Like and subscribe to find out." The Last Gambit. Anna spent Sunday imagining how the date was going. On Monday, she arrived at the office determined to find out. Leo was radiant. He hummed softly all morning and smiled constantly. "Good weekend?" she asked. "Wonderful," he replied with a smile that confirmed her worst fears. "A romantic dinner?" "Actually, yes. Maria and Gabe had dinner at my place." "Oh, how interesting." "It was perfect, Anna. I love her." Anna felt as if she had been slapped. "You love her?" "Yes, and she loves me too." That's good for you." "Thank you. I'm very happy." Anna knew she had to act drastically. She was losing Leo to that woman. Anna spent Monday night sleepless, planning her final strategy. If Leo was really in love with Maria, she needed to act more drastically. She could no longer afford to be subtle. On Tuesday, she arrived at the office with a defined plan. She waited for Leo to leave for an external meeting, and, using her position as executive assistant, accessed his computer. She found what she was looking for in his emails: references to restaurants where he had taken Maria, scheduled dates, even his search history for baby products. "Pathetic," she muttered, copying the information. Maria was living a period of happiness she hadn't experienced in years. Her relationship with Leo was blossoming, and Gabe seemed to adore him. At the salon, she worked with a constant smile. "You're radiant these days," commented Chloe, another hairstylist at the salon. "I'm happy," Maria admitted. "Is it the new boyfriend?" "Yes, he's wonderful." "That's great. You deserve to be happy." "Thank you. Sometimes it feels too good to be true." "Don't say that. You deserve all the happiness in the world." Anna called Maria on Wednesday, pretending to be a client again. "Maria, it's Anna. I'd like to book an appointment for Friday." "Sure, what time?" "Would 2 p.m. be possible?" "Perfect. Great. See you Friday." Anna smiled. It was time to implement phase 2 of her plan. Leo was becoming more and more involved with Maria and Gabe. He spent his Wednesday afternoons at her house, helping with the baby while she prepared dinner. It was a domestic routine that completed him in a way he never imagined. "Don't you get tired of this?" Maria asked, watching him give Gabe a bottle. "Of what? All this routine?" Baby diapers, night crying. Maria, I love all of this. I love being a part of your lives. Really? Have you never wanted to have your own children? The question caught him off guard. It was something Anna had planted in his mind weeks ago. Gabe is like my own son, he said. But Maria noticed his hesitation. But what about a biological child? Maybe one day, but it's not a priority. It's not? Maria, why these questions? I just want to be sure you know what you're getting into. I know exactly what I'm getting into, and it's what I want. Anna decided it was time to use more specific information. On Thursday, during lunch, she launched her most calculated offensive. Leo, can I ask you a personal question? Sure. Have you ever thought about having your own children? You're getting seriously involved with a woman who already has a child with another man. Doesn't that bother you? It doesn't bother me. Gabe is a wonderful child, but he'll never really be your son. Anna, what are you getting at? I just think you should think about the future. Do you want to spend your life raising another man's child? Gabe isn't another man's child. He's Maria's son, and a man who abandoned them. Have you ever wondered why? Leo got irritated. Because he was a coward, or because he discovered something about her. Anna, stop it. I'm just trying to protect you. You're blinded by passion. Friday arrived, and Anna went to the salon to execute her riskiest move. She arrived promptly at 2 p.m., but this time with a completely different demeanor. Hi, Maria, she said with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. Hi, Anna. Are we doing the blowout again? Actually, I want to talk to you about Leo. Maria tensed. What about him? You know he's my coworker, right? I do. And do you know that I've known him for 5 years? He mentioned it. So you must know that I'm concerned about him. Concerned why? Anna sat in the chair, taking control of the situation. Maria, I'll be direct. Do you think a woman like you is suitable for a man like Leo? He's an executive director. He has a higher education. He comes from a structured family. You're a hairstylist. You live in a housing complex. You have a child with an unknown father. Maria felt as if she had been slapped. I don't believe you're saying this. Someone had to say it. You're from completely different worlds. That doesn't matter when there's love. Love? Anna laughed with disdain. Maria, do you really think this is love? Or is it pity? Compassion? Leo has always been very kind. Maybe he's confusing charity with love. Get out of here, Maria said in a trembling voice. Listen, I know you've been through difficulties. I know you had to borrow money to buy formula for your son. I know you were unemployed until recently. I know you have debts. How do you know all this? Because I investigated. I wanted to protect Leo. Protect him from what? From you. Maria's legs felt weak. She sat in the nearest chair. Maria, you seem like a decent person. But you need to understand that you're getting in the way of Leo's life. How? He has a bright future. He can marry someone from his own social level, have his own children, build a proper family. And I'm not proper. You're a single mother, without a college degree, with financial difficulties. What kind of future can you offer him? Love, Maria said in a broken voice. Love doesn't pay bills. Love doesn't solve social class differences. You're doing this because you like him, aren't you? Anna hesitated for a second. That doesn't matter. What matters is that he deserves better. Better than me? Yes. Maria started to cry. Anna felt a pang of remorse, but continued. Listen, I don't want to be cruel, but you need to think about his well-being and your son's well-being too. What do you mean? Gabe will grow up knowing a world that will never truly be his. He'll feel out of place. Is that fair? Leo loves Gabe. He loves him now. But what about when you two have problems? And what about when he meets a more suitable woman? What will happen to Gabe? Maria sobbed. Stop, please! Maria, do the right thing. End this relationship before it's too late. I can't. Yes, you can. You're a strong woman. You can raise your son alone, just like you were doing. But I love him. And because you love him, you should let him go. Let him be happy with someone suitable. Anna left the salon satisfied, but with a bitter taste in her mouth. She had crossed lines she never imagined she would cross. But she was convinced she was doing the right thing. Maria was left alone in the salon, crying. Mrs. Sylvia, who had heard part of the conversation, approached. "Maria, what happened?" "Nothing, Mrs. Sylvia. Just a difficult client. That woman said horrible things. She's right about some things. She is not. You are a wonderful woman, a dedicated mother, and an excellent professional. Don't let anyone make you think otherwise." "Thank you, Mrs. Sylvia. Do you want to go home early today?" "No, I need to work." But for the rest of the day, Anna's words and ideas echoed in her mind. Leo called Maria on Friday night, as he always did. "Hi, love. How was your day?" "Hi," she replied in a distant voice. "Are you okay?" "Yes. Just a tiring day. Do you want me to come over?" "No, not tonight. I'm too tired." "Are you sure?" "I am." "Let's talk tomorrow." "Maria, you sound strange." "I'm fine. Good night." She hung up before he could reply. Leo was worried. Something was wrong. On Saturday, Maria spent the day thinking about Anna's words. She looked at her simple apartment, the humble clothes in her closet, at Gabe playing on the floor with cheap toys. Anna was right about some things. They were from different worlds. Leo deserved better. When Leo called that afternoon, she was decided. "Maria, can I come see you?" "Leo, we need to talk." "About what? About us? Is something going on? Can you come here?" "I'm already on my way." Leo arrived at Maria's apartment an hour later. She was serious. Gabe was playing in his crib. "What's going on, Maria?" "I think we need to take a break." "What do you mean?" "It's not working. Maria, we love each other. Sometimes love isn't enough." "What are you talking about?" "We're too different, Leo. You're an executive. I'm a hairstylist. You have a downtown apartment. I live in the suburbs. You have a college degree. I barely finished high school. That doesn't matter." "It does." "Yes, it will always matter." "Maria, where's this coming from?" "From reality." "What reality?" "That you'll get tired of me. That you'll find someone better." "I'll never find anyone better than you." "You will. Someone from your world." "Maria, who told you these things?" "No one. I figured it out on my own." "No, you didn't. Someone told you. It doesn't matter." "Yes, it does. It was Anna, wasn't it?" Maria hesitated. "No, it was her." "What did she say to you?" "Leo, she just made me see reality." "What reality?" "That I'm not good enough for you." "Maria, there's no one more suitable for me than you. You say that now. I'll always say that." "Maria, I love you. I love you too. But it's not enough. How is it not enough? Because love doesn't solve everything." Leo knelt in front of her. "Maria, look at me. Do you really believe I care about those differences? Not now. But you will. I'll never care. Do you know why? Why? Because you make me a better person. Because Gabe taught me what unconditional love is. Because you, too, are my family." Maria started to cry. "Leo, I'm scared." "Scared of what?" "Of not being enough. You are more than enough. You're everything. Anna said you deserve better. Anna is wrong, and she's acting out of jealousy." "Jealousy? She's liked me for years. I never returned her feelings, and now she's trying to separate us." "Are you sure?" "Absolutely. Maria, you can't let her destroy our happiness. But what if she's right?" "She's not. You want proof? What proof?" Leo stood up and took a small box from his pocket. "I was going to wait for a more special moment, but... Maria, will you marry me?" Maria's eyes widened. "Are you serious? I've never been more serious in my life. I want to marry you. I want to adopt Gabe. I want to form a real family." "Leo, say yes, Maria. Say you won't let Anna destroy our happiness." Maria looked at the ring, then at Leo, then at Gabe, who was smiling in his crib. "Yes," she whispered. "Yes, yes, I accept." Leo kissed her with all the passion he felt. Gabe babbled happily in his crib, as if he understood that something important was happening. "I love you so much," he said, putting the ring on her finger. "I love you too. Never doubt us again, okay? Never again. Anna won't be able to separate us. Now what? Now we're going to be happy, all three of us. What do you think will happen now that their love has been tested? Will Anna give up? Or will she have one more trick up her sleeve? Let us know what you think. The happily ever after. On Monday, Leo arrived at the office with a determination Anna had never seen. She immediately realized that something had changed. "Good morning, Leo," she said, trying to sound natural. "Anna, we need to talk." "About what?" "About you going to Maria's salon on Friday." Anna went pale. "I don't know what you're talking about." "Don't lie to me. I know you went there. I went to get my hair done. You went there to try to destroy my relationship." "Leo, I was trying to protect you." "Protect me from what?" "From her." "Why?" "Because you deserve better." "According to whom?" "According to common sense." "Anna, you crossed all the lines. I did what I thought was right. You did this out of jealousy." "It's not jealousy. It's concern. It is jealousy. You like me and you're trying to sabotage my happiness." "Leo, I'm going to marry her, Anna." "Marry her?" "Yes. I asked her to marry me yesterday." "You're crazy. I'm in love. And you won't be able to change that." "Leo, you're making a mistake. The only mistake I made was trusting you. I've been your friend for 5 years. Friends don't do what you did. I did it out of love." "No, you did it out of selfishness." Anna knew she had lost. She had lost Leo, and she had lost herself in the process. "I'm sorry," she said, with tears in her eyes. "I am too. I'm sorry our friendship had to end like this. It doesn't have to end. It does. You hurt the woman I love. I can't forgive that." "Anna, please." "Anna, I'm going to ask for your transfer to another department. We can't work together anymore. You can't do that." "I can, and I will, or you can resign." "Leo, don't do this." "I already have. The decision is made." Anna knew she had lost everything. Her obsession with Leo had not only destroyed her chance to be with him, but also her career and her dignity. 3 months had passed since the proposal. Maria wore the engagement ring with pride, and the wedding preparations were underway. It would be a simple ceremony, but full of love. Anna had resigned a week after the confrontation with Leo. She could no longer work in the same environment, carrying the weight of shame and remorse, and moved to another city, trying to rebuild her life away from the damage she had caused. At the salon, Maria had become one of the most requested hairstylists. Mrs. Sylvia was so satisfied with her work that she offered her a partnership. "Maria, you've transformed this salon," Mrs. Sylvia said on a Tuesday morning. "Clients specifically ask for you." "Thank you, Mrs. Sylvia. I love working here. That's why I want to make you a proposal. How about becoming my partner?" "Partner?" "Yes, you have talent, dedication, and clients trust you. It would be a perfect partnership." Maria felt tears in her eyes. "Mrs. Sylvia, I don't know what to say." "Say yes. You deserve this." "Yes, of course, yes." Leo was radiant at the office. His new assistant, Chloe, was efficient and professional, without the emotional complications of the previous relationship. "Leo, the wedding invitations have arrived," Chloe said, handing him an elegant box. "That's great. Thank you." He opened the box and smiled at the simple but beautiful invitations he and Maria had chosen together. In 2 weeks, they would officially be a family. That night, Leo went to have dinner at Maria's house, as he did every Tuesday and Thursday. Gabe, now 11 months old, could already stand up on his own and babble da-da whenever he saw Leo. "He's getting smarter every day," Leo commented, playing with Gabe on the rug. "Yesterday he tried to take his first steps," Maria said, preparing dinner. "I think he'll walk soon. I hope it's at our wedding. That would be a perfect gift." "It would be." Maria stopped cooking and looked at Leo playing with Gabe. The scene filled her with happiness. Who would have thought that a message sent by mistake would result in so much love? "Leo, can I make a confession?" "Of course, love. Sometimes I still can't believe all of this is real." "Why?" "Because it's too good to be true. You gay teacher. Family. It's real, Maria. And it's only going to get better. I promise. I promise. On Wednesday, Maria had a surprise at the salon. Claire, her sister, showed up without warning. Claire, what a surprise. Hi, sis. I came to see how you are. I heard you're getting married. Yes, I'm so happy. Tell me everything. I want to meet this man who won your heart. The two talked for hours. Maria told the whole story, from the wrong text to the wedding proposal. Claire was moved. Maria, you deserve all this happiness. After everything you've been through, thank you, Claire. Will you be my maid of honor? Of course. I wouldn't miss it for anything. Leo was finalizing the honeymoon preparations. He had booked a house on the beach for a week, a quiet place where they could relax with Gabe. Are you sure you want to take Gabe on the honeymoon? His best friend, Robert, who would be his best man, asked. I'm absolutely sure. He's part of the family. But honeymoons are for the couple. Robert, Gabe is my son. I'm not leaving him behind. Son? Yes. I'm going to officially adopt him after the wedding. Dude, you've really changed. For the better. Maria and Gabe completed me in a way I didn't even know I needed. A week before the wedding, Maria received an unexpected letter. It was from Anna. Maria, I know I don't have the right to write to you after everything I did, but I need to ask for your forgiveness. My actions were unforgivable. I let jealousy and obsession turn me into a person I don't recognize. You and Leo deserve all the happiness in the world. I hope one day you can forgive me. With regret, Anna. Maria showed the letter to Leo that night. What do you think? She asked. I think she finally understood what she did. Can you forgive her? Not yet. But maybe one day. And you? I've already forgiven her. Holding on to a grudge is bad for you. Just another reason for me to love you even more. 2 days before the wedding, Gabe took his first steps. Maria was tidying up the last few things when she saw the baby let go of the sofa and walk unsteadily toward her. Gabe, you're walking! The baby smiled and took a few more steps before falling, laughing. Maria immediately called Leo. Love, you won't believe it. Gabe walked. Really? Now? Yes, he just walked to me. I'm on my way. Leo ran out of the office. When he arrived at the apartment, Gabe repeated the performance, walking proudly between Maria and his future father. My champion, Leo said, picking Gabe up. You're going to walk down the aisle at Mommy's wedding. The day before the wedding, Maria was nervous but happy. Claire stayed at her house to help with the final preparations. Sister, are you sure this is what you want? Claire asked as they finished adjusting the dress. I'm absolutely sure. Leo is the man of my life. What about Gabe? Leo is going to adopt Gabe. He'll officially be his dad. That's beautiful, Maria. You're going to be a perfect family. I hope so. You will be. You two really love each other. The wedding day dawned sunny. The ceremony would be in the garden of a small farm on the outskirts of the city, with only family and close friends. Maria was radiant in her simple but elegant dress. Gabe, dressed in a small suit, would be the ring bearer. Or rather, he would be carried by Claire to the altar. You look beautiful, Claire said, adjusting her veil. Thank you. I'm nervous. That's normal. But you'll see that everything will be perfect. Leo waited at the altar, impeccable in his navy blue suit. Robert was by his side, smiling. Nervous? Robert asked. A little. But it's a good kind of nervous. Are you sure this is what you want? Robert, I've never been more sure of anything in my life. The music began to play. Claire appeared carrying Gabe, who was babbling happily. Right behind her, Maria walked alone, radiant. When Leo saw her, his heart raced. She was even more beautiful than he had imagined. The ceremony was moving. When it was time for the vows, Maria and Leo had prepared special words. Leo, Maria began in a choked voice. You appeared in my life when I needed it most, not just with material help, but with love, understanding, and hope. You not only accepted me, but you welcomed my son as if he were your own. I promise to love, respect, and care for you for the rest of my life. Maria, Leo said with tears in his eyes, you taught me what true love is. You and Gabe showed me that family is not just made with blood, but with love. I promise to be not only your husband, but the father that Gabe deserves. I promise to protect and care for you both forever. When the officiant said, you may kiss the bride, Leo kissed Maria with all the passion he felt. Gabe, in Claire's arms, clapped his hands as if he understood that something special was happening. I present to you the couple, Leo and Maria Miller, the officiant announced. Everyone applauded. The small crowd of guests approached to congratulate the newlyweds. During the party, Mrs. Sylvia approached Maria. My dear, you're radiant. Thank you, Mrs. Sylvia. Thank you for everything. You earned this on your own merit. By the way, I brought the partnership papers for you to sign when you get back from your honeymoon. Seriously? Yes, seriously. You're a businesswoman now. Robert pulled Leo aside. Dude, I was wrong. She's perfect for you. Thanks for admitting it. Maria is an incredible woman. And Gabe is a cutie. They're my life now. You two are going to be very happy. We already are. During the party, Gabe enchanted everyone by walking among the guests. Each step was celebrated as a special achievement. He chose the perfect day to start walking, Claire commented. He knew it was a special day, Maria replied, watching her son with pride, just like his mother. You two have perfect timing. What do you mean? You sent that message at the right time to the right person. True, the best mistake of my life. At the end of the night, when the guests had gone home, Leo, Maria, and Gabe were left alone in the garden. We did it, Maria said, resting her head on Leo's chest. Did what? Become a family. We were always a family. Now it's just official. Gabe was dozing off in Leo's lap, exhausted after such an emotional day. Do you think he'll remember this day? Maria asked. Maybe not consciously, but he'll grow up knowing he was loved from the very beginning. Thank you, Leo. Why? For loving us, for choosing us, for making our dreams come true. Thank you for teaching me what true love is. The next morning, they left for their honeymoon. The beach house was perfect, cozy with an ocean view and space for Gabe to play. Are you liking it? Leo asked as they watched the sunset. It's perfect. I couldn't imagine a better place. Me neither. Gabe played in the sand, trying to catch the waves coming ashore. He's going to grow up remembering this place, Maria said. We'll bring him here every year, promise? I promise. During the week at the beach, they relaxed like never before. Leo played with Gabe in the sand. Maria read while sunbathing. And at night, they talked about plans for the future. I want to have more children, Maria said during one of those conversations. Me too. Gabe deserves siblings. Are you sure? I am. I want a big family. A few months ago, I thought it would just be me and Gabe forever. And now? Now, I know that love can happen in the most unexpected ways, like a message sent to the wrong number. Exactly. 2 years later, Leo and Maria were preparing a birthday party for Gabe, who was turning 3. Maria was 6 months pregnant with their second child. Do you think he'll like the party? Maria asked, organizing the sweets. He's going to love it. He loves parties, just like his dad. A real dad, Leo corrected. The adoption went through last week, I know. It's finally official. Gabe ran into the kitchen. Daddy, Mommy, when are my friends going to get here? Soon, my love, Maria replied, stroking her son's hair. I'm excited. We are too, Leo said, picking him up. During the party, Maria watched Leo playing with Gabe and the other children. He was a wonderful father, exactly as she had dreamed. Are you happy? Claire asked, approaching. Very. Sometimes I still can't believe all of this is real. It is real, sister, and you deserve all this happiness. Thanks for always believing in me. I'll always believe in you. That night, after the children were asleep, Leo and Maria sat on the sofa to talk. It was a perfect party, she said, just like our family. Do you think Anna was right about one thing? About what? About us being from different worlds. Maria, why are you thinking about that? Sometimes I wonder if it wasn't just too much luck. Maria, look at me. She did. We built our own world. A world where love matters more than money. Where family is made with affection. Where differences become strengths. You're right. I always am. He ducked. Cocky, she laughed. Cocky and in love. 5 years after the wedding, Leo and Maria had 3 children. Gabe was now 8, Luna was 4, and Peter was 2. Maria's salon had become the most sought after in the city. Daddy, tell the story of how you and Mommy met, Gabe asked during dinner. Again? Leo asked, laughing. I like that story, Gabe said. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a mommy who needed to buy formula for her baby. That was me. Gabe interrupted. That's right. And she sent a message to the wrong number. Then Daddy replied. Luna added. And that's how our family began, Maria finished. Because of a wrong number? Peter asked, who was just starting to understand stories. Because of love, Leo corrected. That night, after their children were asleep, Leo and Maria sat in the garden of their new house. Do you regret anything? Maria asked. Only one thing. What? Not meeting you sooner. Silly. We met at the right time. You're right. Everything happened at the right time, even the wrong message, especially the wrong message. They kissed under the stars, knowing they had built something special. A family united by love, which began with the simplest of gestures, the kindness of a stranger. Epilogue. 10 years later, Gabe was graduating from high school. During his graduation speech, he mentioned his family. I want to thank my parents, Leo and Maria, who taught me that family isn't just made with blood, but with love. My dad adopted me when I was a baby, but in reality, he's the one who taught me what it means to be a son. I also want to thank the wrong message my mom sent 18 years ago. Without it, our family wouldn't exist. The whole audience laughed and applauded. Sometimes, the best encounters happen in the most unexpected moments. After the ceremony, the family gathered to celebrate. I'm so proud of you, son, Leo said, hugging Gabe. Thank you, Dad, for everything. Thank you for teaching me to be a father. Maria watched the scene with a full heart. Who would have thought that a desperate morning, a hungry baby, and a wrongly written number would result in so much love? What are you thinking about? Leo asked. About how grateful I am that I got that number wrong. Best mistake in history, he said, kissing her. Best mistake in history, she agreed. And so, the family that began with a wrong message continued writing its love story, proving that sometimes the best encounters happen when we least expect them. Your interactions are very important to us. Please leave your name in the comments, and we may include you in one of our stories with a special shout-out just for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe.